destiny, as we all know. And today I'm joined with my great friend, Imani.
Hi!
So this is Imani. She's a multifaceted human being. Obviously, she's beautiful. She does modeling. She's a fashionista. She knows a lot about fashion. She does acting. And overall, just a great person. So thank you so much for joining with me.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Yes. Let me know. Anything else you want to say about your intro?
Well, I moved to LA 4 years ago. I went to FITM, and now I'm just doing modeling and stuff in social media. Just overall creative stuff, you know.
Yes, she's a fellow creative.
You know, love creatives.
As we know, we're going to start with like just a general tarot reading. So what we need to know today, you know, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And, you know, I be using the book because I'm still kind of learning. You know what I mean?
We love that. We love
Right.
Period.
Oh, shit. As I'm trying to... These acrylics in this.
I love how you know how to shuffle though, because I don't know how to shuffle at all.
Really? At all? Really?
At all.
I feel like I'm better with... I'm blaming the acrylics. That's what it is.
Please. I can't even do the little
bridge.
No,
Hey.
I can't even do that.
Did you what did you like mix them around?
I just put like a little one in the pack, a little, mix it up a little. Hopefully they don't get the same cards.
So when you guys play, you're like, why does everyone have the same
I know, like, or it's like, does anyone want to shuffle?
Right.
Like, that's my first thing, and if not, well.
You're like, well, this is what we're gonna work on today.
Because.
Oh, okay. Woo. Alrighty, I shall spread them. Spread.
Yeah.
Thanks. Yeah, my friend got them for me for my birthday, like 3 years ago, I think.
That's so cute.
I know, it was very sweet. She's so good at reading them. What the hell? Okay, I'm gonna spread them over here, y'all. We can't see it, but it's okay. Pick a card, any card. So magic trick. Cool. I'm glad that you picked it right away. Sometimes people are like, not that that's bad, but okay.
I was like, instantly, I just felt like that was
the card. Sometimes I'll focus on one. Oh shoot! Ooh, that was like no, just kidding. But yeah, sometimes I'll focus on one and then see if they pick it. And you know what? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But okay, so we got the Ace of Cups.
Ooh.
Okay, this is good. So this is basically saying that like whatever you're holding on to, it's okay to release it and let it go. So if you're going through some sort of emotional turmoil or whatever, just to kind of like let it go. Like, I don't know if it's maybe something with forgiveness too, whatever that may be, but it's a good thing too, because it's saying that you're feeling whatever you're feeling and you're allowing yourself to feel it. And then now it's like time to kind of release that, whatever it is. And that something new is coming for you. But yeah, so it's like you see everything's like kind of falling, but yeah. I think it's a good thing too, so yeah.
I love that. I feel like every time I get my tarot read, I usually get that card.
No way!
Yeah.
Do you actually?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Damn, you holding on to a lot.
I feel like, I don't know.
crazy.
Like, honestly, I am though. I feel like for me, like, I'm a very emotional person, but I'm very good at holding in my emotions and not really like presenting that out to people. Like,
that's crazy.
I'm usually like, oh, I'll just deal with it later, just push it down so I don't deal with it at all.
That's why it's trying to tell you. They're like, please, let me see what else it says.
They're like, this girl.
They're like, let it go. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like, opening up, finding your personal truth. Yeah, just allowing yourself to feel it. Yeah, so that is, dang.
I need to. I'm working on it though. This is the year where I'm actually like feeling it. I'm actually journaling like every night more. So I feel like I am definitely in the point where I'm slowly letting it go. Yeah.
That's true. Journal, that's a good step. I feel like journaling is something that helps me a lot too. But okay, cool. Let me put this shit down. Okay. Anyway, so what is your definition of motherhood, and then what do you think being a good mother is? Two-part question.
I feel like definition of motherhood would be like just someone who's really caring and like loving and just have that figure in your life that's like kind of just older than you, of course, and kind of just gives you words of wisdom, and someone that really just offers you guidance. Like it doesn't even have to be like your biological mother. I feel like that's anyone who kind of has that motherly figure in your life. Yeah.
Right. No, I agree with that. And then, is that kind of what you think being a good mother is too?
I think so too. I feel like also nowadays, like being a good mother too is very much like a part of mental health. I feel like definitely like the mother figure should check in on their child and like really learn about mental health, because like, of course, like when you have a child or something, it's like, I mean, you don't want to believe that your child's like feeling depressed or anything like that. Like I can't even imagine, but it's kind of like one of those things where I feel like you have to have that hard truth and really like learn about mental health and stuff and learn about different ways to really support your child. I feel like emotionally, I would say that's like the biggest.
I agree, yeah. Especially if you have older parents and older generations are not, they didn't prioritize that as much, or they don't even know that for themselves, I think, so they don't even know how to kind of start those conversations. Like, I feel that with my grandparents too, because like when I kind of opened the dialogue about depression and stuff, they didn't even really, like, I think my grandma was like, oh, maybe I've had this too, I just didn't even know what it was, which is kind of sad. It's like, you're in your 70s and you didn't even know what that was, you know? But that's important.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, like, I feel like nowadays there's just so much information out there for us to learn, where it's like, I just feel like now it's kind of inclined for like parents to learn that. But yeah.
That's good. Okay, and then what was your relationship with your mom growing up, and then how's it different now? You know, because I feel like a lot of times, usually it changes, you know?
Yeah, honestly, I think mine has changed a lot. Like with my mom in the beginning, I was very much like attached to her. Like we were just like always together, just because like I mean we literally slept in the same bed and everything.
Oh
like,
my God, that's cute.
Yeah, like it was just a point where I couldn't even like be without her. Like we were super close, and like I think it honestly just had to do with my relationship with my dad too. Kind of like I don't have the best relationship with him, so we kind of were close a lot and just kind of bonding on that. Like girl, like you know what I mean, like like that. But and then later on, I think just growing up and everything, I kind of learned like, okay, I need my space. Like I just had a lot of attachment and abandonment issues when I was younger, so I think that kind of like factored into us being really close. But as the time went on, I think we're still close, but definitely have some things to work on in terms of like emotional stuff and stuff like that, kind of opening up more, and definitely like mental health. Like I feel like my mom needs to learn a little bit more about that too, because it's like, of course, like you said, like growing up like just traditionally with not really knowing about that, like it's totally like not her fault, and I understand that, but I think that's my main thing with our relationship now that we kind of both need to work on.
Right, both of you guys,
yeah, like for sure. I feel like with anyone, it's kind of hard to like blame just one person in a relationship, because it's like, you know, like we both can work on things and like grow together.
Yeah. So she was kind of like your mom and your dad. Growing up,
basically, like very much like both. Like like my dad was in my life, but it wasn't like actually emotionally in my life. If that makes sense. Like you could be physically there, but like emotionally is like what really matters to me, at least.
Of course.
Like so it was kind of like her really taking on that fatherly figure too, and the mother figure. So I really appreciate it, and I love her for that. And I feel like that kind of makes me who I am today, and how I kind of deal with things and stuff. But yeah, I definitely think we both should work on like mental health stuff and everything in terms of just talking together, and like I think therapy definitely has helped me too. I've been like in therapy for so long, like since I was 2.
Good. Yeah, since you were 2?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
wait, that's so young.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
really?
like
you never stopped? Wow.
Same therapist. Yeah.
Wait, no way.
Yeah, Miss Wendy.
You were 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
I think you posted something and I was like, oh yeah, I go to therapy, but that's insane that I've never known anybody that had a therapist that long. So she's literally seen you grow up.
Yeah, she's literally seen me grow up. I love her so much.
That's
like
sweet.
She's just helped me so much, and like it's just important to also have a therapist too that's like not biased and everything. And Wendy, girl, she's not biased. Like she'll call me out on my shit and like anything. Like, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? Especially like knowing you for that long. I feel like it could be hard. Like I don't even know what it's like just being a therapist, but like having all that like baggage and everything, and like kind of like not trying to have a bias. Like I feel like that would be hard, but she's a real deal.
That's so cool. Yeah, I mean, I started going like more in middle school and high school, but I always hated I got such bad therapists. I had horrible ones, I feel like. But then like once you get a good one though, it's such a difference once you have a good one. Because for the most part I was having bad ones, and I remember I had one when I first came here, and it was like you could tell she wasn't like a bad person, but you could tell she had just studied and got her licensing and hadn't gone through anything in life. So I remember I was telling her something, and she's just like, wow, like, I'm so sorry that happened. I can't believe that. And I was like, girl, what you mean?
Oh my God.
And then another time too, she was like, it kind of looks like a tornado when you walk in. I was like, girl, I don't think you're supposed to be saying that. Yeah, so then I stopped seeing her. But no, I have a good therapist now.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
Like 4 years or something. Yeah.
But I feel like it's so important.
It is.
It always hurts my heart when I hear people say like they had bad therapeutic like experiences. But I'm like, girl, how are you becoming a therapist if you don't know how to support someone? Like, oh my God.
I think there's just different levels. Like I said too, because that one, I could tell she was like book Like, but she hadn't been through anything in life, so I feel like that helps for me
yeah.
at least too. So my therapist now, she's like in AA and NA and stuff
Okay,
too, which is cool. So she's recovered, so she also understands that aspect of it, which I
Yeah.
think some people are like, oh, you want that? I'm like, yeah, I think it's better because
yeah.
then they understand a little bit more. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good.
Did you have like other people in your life that were kind of like mother figures, or?
Yeah, honestly, I feel so like my best friend's mom,
Aww.
Allison, she's like my second mom. Love her. Honestly, it was just kind of really nice having her in my life too, because it's like she was just such a like motherly figure to me too. Like she reminded me of my mom, but also a more like sterner kind of version, I'd say. And then just like always supported me too. Like we went through so much together too with my best friend. So I feel like for her for sure, and then my aunts for sure too.
Your aunts.
My aunts that like you don't like that aren't my aunts, but like I call my aunts.
They're like
you know
your
what I mean?
aunts.
Yeah, like my mom doesn't have any sisters, but I just call them aunts. But yeah, we just like I don't know why we do that, but like aunt, yeah.
No, it's I know the same thing. It's like it's just like your mom's best friend.
Right. Yeah. So definitely my aunts too. Even though like I don't even see them a lot, it's like just every time I talk to them, it's one of those things where it's like our conversations really last in my head.
Yeah.
So I would say them for sure too.
That's good. So you kind of had a good relationship with your mom. It sounds for the most part.
Yeah,
Obviously, there's ups and downs, but
sure.
well, you guys are close too now. Because I know you went. Like, did you guys go to Miami together?
No, we did. We went to Miami for her birthday. Please.
That's so cute. No, because I remember I was like, dang, that's cute that you guys have. Like, it seems like you're friends too.
Yeah, we are. I definitely think again, it's just kind of one of those things where I think with my mom, she sees me still as her little girl, which is fine, and I totally understand that. But I think it's like one of those things where, girl, I'm growing up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I think that's kind of where we need to work on, and then also like the mental health stuff too.
Right.
But
have you kind of like opened that dialogue?
Yeah, we've actually talked about it more. We tried to do family therapy like a while back, and then it just kind of didn't happen. But now we're starting it now, and I think that's really helpful, and I think it's like needed in this part of our relationship to kind of even grow more. Because like I've been telling her like I want to have like an even closer one together. It's just like I feel like we need to address these things that we're both kind of dealing with, like whether it's not like together stuff we're dealing with together, but just like our own stuff, like in family therapy, to understand each other why we like react certain ways or something like that.
That's really big of you to kind of like teach her, or the one to open that.
Yeah, it's like I just want the best for her too. Like I want the best for everyone when it comes to their mental health. Because girl, it's a lot. It takes such a big toll on you that I feel like people don't even understand. Even if it's like you don't even see them going through it, it's like people can be going through shit behind closed doors that you don't even know.
Exactly.
So it's like I just feel like that's so important, because then if you don't, it like reflects in your relationships.
That's true. Yeah, and it's kind of then you kind of be, or you're not like your own worst enemy, but it's kind of like you that's standing in your own way, and you don't really, you know what I mean? Yeah. And then at the end of the day, you're like, dang, like I need to work on this if I want to even progress in any sort of avenue in my life, what was I gonna say? Oh, do you want to be a mom? Is that like something?
I feel like
you thought about, or like it's so far away, or you just like no at all, or
honestly, like I don't know. Like I feel like it's so hard for me to say yes or no. Like honestly, like opening up. Like I had an abortion a while back when I was 17, and that was kind of a lot for me. Just kind of thinking about like motherly things and like child and everything. Like I don't know. It was just kind of like anytime like I saw a child after that, it was just kind of very emotional for me. But I think now like. I think it would be a possibility, maybe one, but like
maybe one.
In the long run, I think for now, definitely not. I feel like I want to be like I want to make sure I'm mentally like stable, like fully, and like really just got my shit together before I bring in like another human being into my life for sure.
I agree. Yeah, I think that's very responsible too. I mean, not knocking people that had kids, like but low key, like just because I think it's a lot of people don't think about that because it's so much. You're literally bringing a whole life in this world. You have to be financially stable, emotionally stable, like everything. There's so many factors too, because then it's like you're stuck with that kid for at least 18 years, Right.
Because I know my mom got annoyed at me or have some mental things when I was younger. I know that. Like, she might not say it, but I definitely know it was a lot. So it's like, I feel like I definitely need to be prepared for that, for sure. But, yeah.
Do you feel, when you guys were growing up, did you guys, you guys resolve conflict pretty good, you said?
Yeah, honestly, we wouldn't even, have conflict when I was younger. It was more, it was honestly more with my dad.
For some reason, my video decided to pause and break up. So basically, I asked Imani more thoughts and things she wanted to tell mothers out there.
And also, just telling your kids, how beautiful they are, too. I feel like for me, not saying my mom didn't do that, but I wish I got that more too, just like as a dark skinned girl, like just like really complimenting their skin color more, and like just telling them, like just learn, like educating them about that and everything. Like I feel like that's so important with like just being a person of color and having kids, like really telling them how beautiful they are, and like don't let society tell you otherwise, because I feel like that's so important in growing up. Like just going to school, you don't know if you're gonna go to like a predominantly white school or anything, and like they treat you a different way. Like just always telling your kid like they're beautiful.
I agree. Yeah, because the world's already hard for us anyway, so it's like if you don't implement that in kids that when they're young, like it's so sweet. I see videos of when parents tell their kids, I'm like, I'll be crying. I'm like,
I know,
so
literally.
Sweet. Yeah,
like,
it's so cute. Yeah, but it's important because I feel like a lot of families don't do that or didn't do that. Yeah. Did you go to predominantly white schools?
Yeah,
me too.
I did. Yeah. And it was just like, girl, I lost myself. Like I lost my, like I literally like, I just remember when I was younger, I hated being black. Like I hated it because I was like, all the white kids were just like would say shit and shit like that, and it's like thinking about it now, I'm like, why would I hate myself being black? Like I hated that I thought that way. Like, but it's like,
you can't be mad at yourself for feeling like that, because it's like you were a kid, that's what you were surrounded with, and you know what I mean. Like, so yeah, you should offer yourself grace in that moment, because it's like, yeah, maybe you did feel like that, but it wasn't really your fault.
Of course,
you know what I mean?
Right. It was just one of those things where it's like, when you're just surrounded by everything and like everyone's like, you have to look this way to be accepted, or like people commenting on your hair like 24/7. It's like one of those things that's like, it's just a lot, but we love that where we are now.
That's good.
Like,
No, I feel that too. I used to like straighten my hair every day, because I was like, I hated my curly hair and all this stuff. And I was raised with like my white family, which I love them too, but it's the same thing with my Hispanic. Like because I didn't speak Spanish and all this stuff, so and then it's also when you're mixed, you're kind of like, I don't really belong to like either one, you know what I mean? And my grandma's like, I love her, but she was always like, oh, you should bring an umbrella outside to be like lighter and stuff, because you know Asians can be colorist. Okay, I'm gonna just say it, y'all can be colorist sometimes, but you know, but at least my mom was more like, oh, you know what, people pay to be that tan, so you should just accept that. So I'm like, okay, so I don't need to bring an umbrella outside, like
please. You're like, all right.
I'm like, okay, but when you're little, I didn't realize that.
You don't realize,
because I'm like, oh, okay. And everyone else was like, you know, honestly too, I didn't really like notice as much. But then when you get a lot, I think more like middle school and high school is when you notice it a lot more, you know. But I'm glad that now we're like embracing how we are.
Yes, as we should, because we deserve to. We deserve to.
No, but I think that's important too, to tell your kids that, because it's like, everything that they're learning about themselves and their confidence, kind of like, I think it's more important. Obviously, like school and peers and stuff matter, but it's like you want to hear that from your family. Yeah.
It's like, because when you hear that from like someone like just your mom or like, you know, that's just like super, it just stays more, I feel like, for me. Like, it's like, like, because of course your friends, like, they love you and everything. But it's like, with your mom and stuff too, it's just like, girl, growing up, like, that would just be so helpful, you know? Because it's like, as a kid, you're always going to look up to your parents, like, no matter what. So it's like,
Makes sense. All right, I'm trying to think. What else about motherhood?
About motherhood?
Maybe you have any other...
What are your thoughts on like young moms?
My thoughts on young moms? We should not have it. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. Okay, first of all, no, I'm just kidding. I think unless they're really prepared. I have like one friend who I feel like is a really good mom, but she's, me and Diego are so funny. We know her, but she's my age and she's on her 5th kid, I think, already. On purpose. I'm like, girl, I could not. But I don't know. I think I advocate for waiting later in life too, because I think one, then you kind of like can establish your career more. You can do more with your life too, because I feel like sometimes younger parents kind of hold a resentment with their kid because they're like, oh, I didn't get to do the things I wanted to do with life, and then they kind of maybe like subconsciously project that onto their kid, which I don't think is fair. My mom had me at 17 and she was like not ready to be a mom at all, you know. I mean, I'm glad I guess I'm here, so I guess I'm glad she had me, you know. But then my grandparents ended up raising me, you know, because they were like older and more financially secure and stuff like that. And I just see the difference too. My aunt and uncle had my cousins later, and like they're thriving, you know what I mean? Because it's like they have their careers, they're able to put them in all these extracurriculars, they're able to send them to good schools and just do all the. And I'm not saying like money is everything, but it kind of like when you're raising kids, you want to like give them the best life that you can, you know. So I think that's a big thing, because most young people, unless you're really like financially stable, and also with the mental health thing too, because you don't really like. I mean, when you're 22 and you have a kid, I feel like you're still a baby. You don't really like know yourself that much. I'm not saying that there are mothers out there that are that age that are good moms. I'm just saying like usually when you're older, obviously you're a little bit more wiser. So yeah.
Yeah, I would agree too. Yeah. I feel like definitely where it's like it's not saying like shaming young moms or anything. It's more just like I feel like just preparing yourself, being financially ready and mentally ready, because it's like. I'm thinking in my brain as like a 22-year-old, and I'm like, girl, I can't even fathom like having a kid right now. Like, I don't know, but I feel like that would just be so much. Like, so really just making sure you're ready for that.
Yeah, I think it's different too. Also, maybe because like I don't know if we're more career driven. That could be a thing too. Because like I know there's people like where I grew up, like small town Colorado, like that's all they want to do with their life. You know, that is their goal, which is like that's great. So if that's what you want to do, then maybe that makes sense. But I feel like if you have other goals and stuff like that, sometimes it's like then you want to do those things first. Maybe I don't know. Not to say you can't do both, because people do both, but I don't know how people do. I'm like I got one job and one day, one class, and I'm stressed. I don't know how people. You know, you see those people that are like, oh, I'm a mom and I go to the gym every day and then I do this and that. I'm like, girl, my top management says no.
Right? No, literally, I'm like tired. I'm like, get up, bro. Like, please. No, but definitely, I agree for sure.
But I mean, you know, then you're the cool young mom. I'm just kidding.
Teen Mom,
I used to like Teen Mom.
I used to watch that.
Did you?
Like, we love Teen Mom. We're like, so we feel, but then we're like, we love Teen Mom.
Yeah, but we're like, so we feel, but Teen Mom, that was
we love Teen Mom.
No, but actually, no. Honestly, too, I feel bad when my mom happened. She said like she lost all her friends, like and everything. Everybody was hella mean to her. She had to move to a different school because she got pregnant young.
That's so fucked up. That just shows like. That they weren't your friends. Like true friends stick with you through thick and thin. Like always there for you. Like at your lowest and your highest.
I agree. Yeah, I kind of feel bad too, because like I mean, she used to obviously like we're a little bit better now, but I didn't know she went through a lot of shit. But she never really opened about that later. But she just said it was like sad because she'd be like walking to school crying and stuff like that, and like everyone would just be like judging her because she was pregnant. So I'm like, dang, like that's so sad. You know what I mean? I think like so if you do have young mom friends, like be there to support them. You know, because it's already hard.
That's not gonna change. Like being a mom, I feel like does not change like you. Like especially with friends, I feel like that shouldn't change like how you are with your friends and stuff. I mean, of course, like timing wise, like you have to take care of your kids, but I feel like your friends would like understand that, and like true friends should be there for you, supporting you all the time. Yeah, and your child.
Yeah, and your child.
Like,
do you have any friends with kids or anything, or that you're close to, or not really?
Not really like any friends with kids. That I'm close with. But I knew a couple of girls from my high school that had kids. And I mean, I was like, girl, period. If you feel like if you're ready for it, like, and if you feel good about it, that's all that matters. Like I feel like my like opinion or anything, what I'm gonna say doesn't matter. It's like, girl, like you gotta do what you gotta do. If you're gonna keep the baby, period. As long as you're okay and set and you feel mentally ready, I think that's all that matters.
No, I definitely agree. Me, not so much. But
I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna abort it. But like,
me too.
Like,
so we'll rise up for abortion rights.
Right.
On that note, everybody, thank you so much for watching. Please, everybody, go follow my friend on social medias. She has Instagram, and I will put that in the bio. But I appreciate everybody watching. Please watch next time. I'm gonna try to do better at making more videos this month, so we shall see. But hope everybody has a beautiful day. Thanks.
Bye. Thank you.